You're tuned to Radio Caroline on 199, your all-day music station. This is Simon Dee talking to you on behalf of all of us on Radio Caroline, here 4.5 miles away from Felixstowe. Now, what can I tell you about the station? Well, our technical equipment, I suppose. Firstly, the transmitters are made by Continental Electronics in the States and are 10 kilowatts each, 2 of them costing about £50,000 each, and they will shortly be looped together, I expect, to give us a stronger signal when all the boffins have finished working on them. The studio itself consists of various equipment, tape recorders, record players, of course, basically, and a mixer. The record players are made by Gates, costing about £500 each, and the Ampex tape recorders, I don't know the cost of those, I think they're about £1,000 each. Got about 5 of those. Now, the antenna, well, that's folded dipole aerial, which doesn't mean much to me. It probably means more to you. It's 168 feet high from the deck, or near 200 feet from sea level, I suppose. It is, in fact, the tallest mast on a ship in the world, in one piece. It costs a lot of money. Generators, well, of course, they supply the power not only for our signal, but also for the ship. They're made by Mercedes-Benz. There are 2 of them downstairs. No, 3 actually. There's another one in the engine room. Transmission hours, well, as you know, we go from 6 o'clock in the morning till 9 at night, and from 5 past midnight till 3 a.m. at the moment, making, 18 hours a day, or 17 hours 55. We shortly go over to 24 hours, I expect, when we're better organized. Studio staff, radio staff, well, there's 4 DJs, about 5 electronic brains mixing with their work with panel operating, engineer side. We all do shift work. At the moment, we are just about to start a shift work on the DJ side, anyway, of 2 weeks on and 1 week off. The crew number about 11, I think, 12 perhaps, with the cook, and of course the captain, who's up there on the bridge most of the time. Record library, about 8,000 records, and many miles of tapes, which of course we change every so often when we find a tune we like. Well, you know, we're here to stay. We've managed to fight the British government and win, and the GPO, and the customs, and generally everybody else. And thank you once more for your interest in our station. And from me now, and all of you, to all of you, from all of us, bye-bye. And that, I'm afraid, winds up the early show from me, yours truly, Simon Dee, for this morning. My last one on board for, as I say, at least 2 weeks. Perhaps 3 weeks. Perhaps forever. Perhaps you'll never see me again. Anyway, I've very much enjoyed sitting here for the 3 hours every morning and playing your records round till, as we say, nearly 9 o'clock. So, until we meet again at this time in the morning, take very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Now the summer fun time here on the Good Ship Radio Atlanta stands at 28 minutes after 7 p.m. Yeah, now I want to be your loving baby. I want to be your man. You're moving along there, everybody, with the rocket label here on the Good Ship Radio Atlanta, where now the contact time is 7:30.
Bruce Chanel, and he said, "Hey, baby," and "Hey, baby, you're tuned to Radio Such on 197 meters, the only station that doesn't pretend to swing and doesn't pretend to be with it, but we really are with it." Here's Sammy Davis, and he says, "Tenderly." This is Radio Such on 197 meters, and this is Paul Elvey, and I do hope you've joined us, because we're going to have a real swinging session today. We've got loads of people here. As you probably know if you've been listening the last few days, I've been on my own here for the last few days, but yesterday I was suddenly bombarded with loads of people, and it was very pleasant it was as well. There was Uncle Reg himself in person, with his delightful daughter Sue, and 2 helpers, Colin and Stephen, who've both been working very, very hard here, helping us get the station up to scratch, and they're all doing a great job.
You're in tune with Radio Invicta, broadcasting on 306 meters on the medium wave. Radio Invicta, your good music station, brings you music 13 hours a day, 7 days a week, from 5 a.m. until 6 p.m.
You're tuned to KING, transmitting on 236 meters on the medium wave band. The time, just coming up to 33 minutes past 1 p.m. You're listening to Lunchbox, introduced by myself, Roger Gomez. And now it's time for myself, Roger Gomez, to tell you about the KING Lucky Carl Sticker Number and such like competition. The idea of this competition is that on the back of all our car stickers, they've got a different number printed and you might be the lucky one who wins, you see. Each week we have a draw, and if you've got a car sticker with the number which is drawn upon the back, then you're lucky and you get a small prize. I'm not going to tell you how small, but it's pretty small anyway. If you want a car sticker because you want to enter for this glorious competition, or also simply because you want to display it upon your car, upon the back of your head, or anywhere you wish to advertise this glorious station, then all you have to do is send a postcard or a letter to this address: Car Stickers, King Radio, Oxford House, Folkestone, Kent. Car Stickers, King Radio, Oxford House, Folkestone, Kent. And upon this postcard or letter, demand as many car stickers as you feel you have the gall to demand, and they'll send them to you because they're good like that.
I'd like to remind you now that you're listening to Radio Essex, where the time is 20 minutes before the hour of 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock we have the news for you, and that will be read by David Sinclair. The news is every 2 hours on the hour.
Big T, Big T, Big T, Big T. Stay tuned to Radio Tower.
This is Tower Radio testing, Tower Radio testing, Tower Radio testing. Tower Radio situated 9 3/4 miles from Walton-on-Naze. Tower Radio calling. Tower Radio calling, Tower Radio calling.
This is wonderful Radio London, where you're hearing things, where you're hearing things. It starts Monday on Wonderful Radio London.
15 minutes after 5 o'clock, and tonight we have a very special night for you, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do we have the Vernon's Pools program, but we also have the SEMA Bingo program as well, and that's a big deal because we get everybody down in the studio. We get Earl Richmond, the captain of the ship, and everybody to take witness that the game is straight, friends, so we can't diddle you even if we try. You know, if we want to do a bit of the old, well, we just can't. I think they clamped down once they found that my mum was winning every couple of weeks, you know.
I've just got one thing to say about Radio London. It's wonderful.
2 minutes until Casey time, 2 minutes and 8 seconds, 2 minutes and 7 seconds, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Well, I could stand here counting all day, but I won't. I'll just tell you that Dave Dennis is back tomorrow, ladies. Dave Dennis!
Don't forget to miss me.
Oh.
Don't forget, TW.
How
dare if you do.
Now, how could we forget TW? He'll be back too, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. Forget TW? The man who brought us... And not only that, the first person in this country to really pioneer the... I mean, how could we forget him? It's just like forgetting Herman Finkelstein or Dorian Crundlewater or something like that. Tell him the time, Kenny, tell him the time! You want me to tell him the time by our new Bulova Accutron watch?
Bang, bang, yes.
This great thing that whirls around in front of us. It's exactly 22 minutes until 6 o'clock, and you can check that by Jim or Tim or whatever his name is. Or is it Fred or George? I forget which now.
Nuke!
Ladies, if you like coffee, you love tea.
W. Back with you on Tuesday or Wednesday, or if he ever makes it.
Oh, folks, the meaning behind these words. I mean, have you ever heard such meaning as dum-dum-dum-dum-dee-doo-wah, whoa-whoa, yeah, yeah?
Well, it gives me a certain feeling, yes.
Yeah, pain in the reticule.
This is the Big O, ladies and gentlemen, a revived 45 called...
Only the